Ben Borsian. I'm on the technical support team here at Catadine Desalination. Today I'm going to go over how to perform a flow test. If your Spectra Watermaker has reduced production, this is a fantastic diagnostic tool to kind of rule out or figure out what the issue could be. Our systems are very simple. Assuming your plumbing's okay, we only have our feed pump module in here, or the Clark pump or the membrane is typically where the issues lie. Usually the product quantity, it's not the membrane, it's either the Clark pump or the feed pump. So the first thing that we do is we measure the total flow. That's how much water is just moving through the system when it's making water and under load, and we measure that rate. And then we're going to manually measure the rate of the product, and we're going to see what percentage of the total flow going through the system is getting converted into freshwater product. And at the end we'll go over exactly what each one of those values is and what you're looking for. So when you do a flow test, you don't want to do it with the system that's cold. You want to let it warm up and stabilize, especially if you're having issues where you're later on into run. After maybe 5-10 minutes, you want to get to that point where it's reduced and then do your test. You're going to take your product tubing directly from the membrane. If you've got a manual override button, you can push that, but if not, this is where your good water's coming out. You just want to, I'm putting another tube in there, and then I'm going to run this into a pitcher here. It's got markings on it because we're measuring the flow rates, and then I have a bucket here that I just made some markings for. It's a 5-gallon bucket just for the volume on the side there. So we've got our product here, and then our brine discharge is right here. So, alright. And then we're also going to use the run manual switch to make sure our Clark pump's time. We're going to use the run manual switch because we don't want to have any sensor calibration issues clog up our readings. And I've just got a stopwatch here on my phone. So I'm going to do a run for 1 minute and 45 seconds, and we'll capture our flow rates with that. So what I'm going to do is got my water ready. I'm going to flip the switch into run manual. System's going to start. And start. So to get our total flow, we're going to add these two quantities together. If you wanted to run them into the same bucket and do 2 tests, that would be fine. But when we add these together, we get 4.75 gallons in our 1 minute and 45 second run. If we take the 0.45 gallons and divide that by the total 4.75 gallons, we get 0.947, about 0.95. Now, that in percent is 9.5%. which means that our Clark pump is functioning just fine. We expect Clark pumps, a 10% Clark pump on a Catalina to be running anywhere between 8 and 10%. So like I said at the beginning of the video, the two things that we're trying to diagnose is the feed pump or the feed flow and the Clark pump. The Clark pump we use the percentage, the feed flow we just have a nominal spec for the total flow. So that 4.75 gallons in 1.5 minutes, if you do some mathematical wizardry, you come out with 2.72 gallons per minute, which is right to spec for a Catalina 340C. Should be somewhere between 2.7 and 2.8. So with this system that we're sending out, we know that the feed pump is calibrated and working correctly, as well as the Clark pump is converting a good 9+%.